You want me to push the pallet all the way in? Okay. First time posting here and on mobile, so go easy on the format critique. TLD are at the bottom. Background. This happened earlier today at the grocery store that I work at. I work in the produce area, and when we are done with our boxes we take them to the box crusher, and then when that is full it has to be tied up and put on a pallet to be sent back on one of the trucks we get. We call this a bale for future reference. When I went down there to crush my boxes, the machine was full, so I had to empty it. Me and a couple other coworkers finished tying up the bale and I grabbed the electric-powered pallet jack, since it's easier to use for something as heavy as a bale, and pick up the bale to put it on the truck. Now, since it's the weekend before Thanksgiving, the store is busy as hell. And because of this, there were some grocery pallets on the truck still. Most were on the right side, but there was still one pallet on the left, the side I was putting the bale on. One of the people who helped me tie the bale, we'll call him Tim, says to put it in front of the pallet on the left and he'll deal with it later. I say okay and put it there. Now another guy, we'll call him Derek, comes up to me after I put this bale on the truck and says that I can't put it there since it's blocking the one pallets of stuff and that I need to take the bale back off, move the grocery stuff out, and then put the bale back on again. I tell him that Tim said to do it like that, and he basically says that he doesn't care and that I need to redo it. A little annoying, but whatever. I start to rearrange things to his liking while using the electric power jack. He asks if I've been certified to operate the power jack. You need to be certified to be allowed to use it. And I say in a very passive-aggressive manner, yes, I have been. Thank you. Now I move the things around and I'm putting the bale back in the truck on the left. I try to go the whole way down, but I can't. Some product on a pallet on the right is leaning over a bit, which wouldn't be an issue by itself normally. But there were pallets against the left wall of the trailer, so there was barely not enough room to go all the way back. If I try to force it, then something will fall over and be more annoying to deal with. And I know this. I think to myself, well, it's only like 2 pallet spaces to go. It should be fine where it is now, but apparently Derek didn't think that way. You just gonna leave it there? Quote. Me. Yeah. Don't just leave it there. Push it all the way back. Me. You want me to push it all way back? Quote. Aggressively. Yes. Push it back. Me. Okay. I lift the bale up and, without any regard for what will happen, I push it the rest of the way in with the power jack. The pallets on the wall get knocked down and pushed back, so now they can't get them if needed. Derek comes up to me and says, "Now see, that's what I didn't want to happen." I look at him and say, "I just did what you asked me to do. You wanted me to push it in. I pushed it in." He gets visibly angry and says something that I didn't listen to because I just walked away to finish crushing my boxes. As I finish my boxes and I see him taking the bale out and stacking the pallets on top of it, he looks at me and says, "Would that have been so hard?" I say back to him, "You told me to push it in, not take it out and stack pallets on it. I did exactly what you asked me to do. I don't know why you're so angry." After that he just walks away in a clearly angry mood and I walk back to my area grinning. TLDR. Annoying coworker tells me to push a pallet in a truck that I know won't fit. I do it and he gets angry that it made more work for him, and I just tell him I did what he asked of me. Do what I mean, not what I said. Oh, how I've been there many times. So many disputes with people who don't think ahead. Your baler must be smaller. as the bales we made were always too big to move past pallets of product on the trailer. So if we put it on with product, bale would have to come back off to pull the pallets of product. However, the wildest story I have about bales was me saving a coworker's life. As I said, our bales were large, easily over half the width of the trailer. Must have weighed 500 to 800 pounds. Baler we had at one time used 2 chains to kick the bale out. Well, sometimes the bale wouldn't simply plop out like it should, and required manual work to get it the rest of the way out. Well, one day a coworker got the bright idea to stand between the bale and the pallet on the floor and pull. Fortunately for him, I was paying attention and stopped him. He wasn't a rookie, so it still baffles me why he almost crushed himself. I used to work in produce. This gave me war flashbacks. I've worked in a grocery store for 22 years. Was Derek new? Goddamn. Let me guess. Derek is in grocery or receiving, right? Those guys were always jerks to anyone in the other departments in my supermarket days. It's kinda satisfying watching the baler squish the boxes. Akin to that hydraulic press channel on YouTube. Common sense would be to finish unloading the truck before putting bales of crushed boxes or empty pallet stacks inside. I think but there is something blocking it, is something a reasonable person would say. Noticing that their coworker isn't omniscient and didn't notice the issue? Seems like you didn't really have to be malicious. But then I don't know Derek lol. Did you explain why you didn't want to push it back? Maybe that would have helped. But it was your decision to listen to Tim and half-ass the job originally? Then you decided to half-ass moving the product and left it in the way, and so you decided to half-ass moving the bale? Then, when someone questioned your decision-making, you thought it'd be funny to tear everything up because your earlier decisions had made that the easier option, and you got to cause work for your colleague on one of the busiest grocery shopping days of the year? I hope you're like 16 and not someone anyone depends on. My response would have been, sorry, my crystal ball is broken today. And, wouldn't you know? I forgot to bring my mind reader. Did you ask him if he was certified to use the power jack? If something is blocking it or there is product in the way, a good and reasonable employee would take care of those problems before loading pallets of waste paper into the truck. This is what a good employee would do. Not just listen to others. Out of curiosity, what dimensions are your pallets? And roughly how heavy are your bales? I ask because UK pallets are 1,200 by 1,000 millimeters whilst European pallets are smaller.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.